Hi Scorpio, welcome to a January 2022 Love and General reading. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But it's also if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio or if it's just come up on your feed, there will be a message here for you somewhere. Okay, Scorpio. What do we need to know for Scorpio? January. Can you believe it's January 2022? Yay! Nice. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Two queens as the overall energy cards. Queen of Pentacles. I'm interested to know what's underneath her. Yeah, with the Five of Wands underneath her. So some kind of tussle of some kind. And the Queen of Swords. I never ignore two queens in a reading. But this does puzzle me a bit. Very often when you get two queens in a reading, there's a sense of competition going on. And it can be quite literal. You know, it can be that there is a third party or that you have some feminine energy that you're kind of falling out with, you know, as a person, that they're standing in your way. For very few of you, this is that there are two of you in a situation. It could be you're both going for the same job, you're both romantically connected to the same person. There is a sense of that here. It's not the whole story though, so that might just be for one or two of you, but I'm putting it out there because it's important, okay? There will be an extended reading, by the way, at the end of the video. If this really resonates, there's a link in the description box, and we do take the reading further and clarify with different cards, love oracle cards, all of that good stuff. Okay. Got the Two of Cups. Obviously, this is a lovely card to get. Venus in Cancer, the opportunity for relationship, beautiful merging of two people. Both have an equal sized cup and both are coming to this with equal measures. You know, there's a certain equality about the Two of Cups that I really, really like. But I'm feeling here like, it's a weird feeling, Scorpio. I'm feeling like you're in a bit of a decision-making time. You're trying to make your mind up. Got the Two of Swords up here. This is where somebody has two swords crossed over them, but they have the blindfold on, and it's because they're not supposed to kind of see what's going on. There's a certain sense in which this isn't really resolved yet, but you want it to be. I feel that this describes December for you, that there's been confusion, that you're coming out of a sense of, at best I call it kind of uneasiness with whether somebody's telling you the truth about something. And some of you want proof, and some of you want dialogue, and some of you just don't know what you want because you don't know what to believe. That's what I'm getting. And for some of you, this is a cycle that's been going on for a while. We've got the World card. And when you get the World card, it's like, it makes it a cycle for me. It makes it like a long-term thing. And when I say that, I mean like this could have been going on for 6 months or a few years, or that it's actually a pattern that you're aware of. So for example, if you are stuck in a personal relationship, if you don't know whether it has the momentum to keep going, or whether you should leave, or whether you should stay, or whether they are making their mind up, that whole kind of confusion, it would point you in the direction of, where have I found myself in this situation before? Is this something that's happened before? Have I, can I see a pattern of being with people who are confused about whether they want to be with me, and I'm confused about if I want to be with them? Or have I got a pattern of being with people who are perhaps secretive? What I have found with the Scorpio star sign is that Scorpios can often attract people who are secretive. And to my knowledge of Scorpios, and I'm close to quite a lot of Scorpios in family and in friends, Scorpios respect other people's secrets better than most, actually, because a Scorpio understands the value of a secret. Scorpio is, after all, the sign of the secret, almost. But at the same time, when it comes to close personal relationships, I think you want somebody to be more open than they're being here. Okay? Death card, Scorpio. Good to see in your reading, because when we see the Scorpio card in a reading, we know that you're strong, that you're scorpionic, that those kind of powers, if you like, of deduction, which Scorpio has a lot of, are going to see you through. It's very hard to hide something from a Scorpio forever. You can do it for a bit, but not for too long. And I feel like there is something in a situation that you're in that you have been wondering about. I feel like you've had a hunch about it. And I feel like as we break open the new year, you're going to go into territory where you get to explore it. Now, notice I don't say you're going to get your answer, okay? Because it's not that straightforward, and the feeling I'm getting about it isn't that straightforward. The feeling I'm getting about it is not that you suddenly somebody blurts out to you and you go, oh yes, thank you for telling me that. It feels like the image that I'm getting, and this is really weird, is that you're in a corridor and there's a series of doors, and the universe is opening each one and saying, so have a look in there, and that's about that, and then have a look in this one and you can see this, and that you're piecing together all this information. What this will give you is a very full picture about somebody. And I think that you've been after that for a long time. Let's have a look at the cards. I'm just going to use the other camera so you can see as well. You never know until I flip to the other camera what it's going to look like. Not bad, not bad. Right, so if I take the Queen of Swords, and we're going to hide her behind the box because we've already seen that card and we know it's there. So we'll just kind of put her there. Queen of Pentacles can go there. Okay, cool. Now there's nothing hiding behind the box. We'll just scooch a little bit out so that we can see them all. Okay, there we are. And I'll lift them up too. So we've got our two queens setting off this tension. This tension, what I'm getting in this reading for you, Scorpio, is tension. You may have had some tension headaches. You may have had other tension body experiences. But the tension is because you're dealing with somebody, I feel, for some of you, who is absent. At the bottom here, normally I'd go through this in like a chronological order, but there is no chronological order to what's going on with you at the moment. At the bottom, we've got the Hermit card. And I feel like this represents the person that you are in connection with. And I feel like they are in hermit mode. Now, obviously, with what's been going on in the world in the last 2 years, it may be enforced, but I don't get that impression. What I'm getting is that someone is hiding away. Not only are they hiding away, but I think they're hiding away because there is something they've avoided talking about, or they don't want to talk about, or they don't want to be held to account, they don't want to be clear, or they're just afraid of it. You know, they're actually just afraid of it. But that doesn't really fly with a Scorpio, does it? As in, I don't think you want to walk away from this person. And I also think you don't want to live without knowing what's going on with this person either. We've got here the Two of Cups, which we've talked about, the World, which we talked about, the Hermit, and then this Four of Cups. Being unable to actually experience or see the cup. The person that you're dealing with, for some reason, is unable to see or experience the cup. What I do get, can you see there's two aces? We've got the Ace of Wands and we've got the Ace of Swords. I do get that in terms of a relationship with somebody, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of chemistry, but there's not at the moment a whole lot of sense to it, as in you're trying to make sense of it. Now you can see this Ace of Swords goes up to that Two of Swords and kind of obliterates it. I do feel that you will get some very clear information, but first I think it's going to be a bit of a mess. And I think that's like the quote, the truth will set you free, but first it's really gonna you off, you know? I feel like this Queen of Swords as well is somebody you may get enlightened by. It could be a friend, it could be someone online. And for a few of you, that could even be you. Queen of Swords is someone who puts everything to the sword of truth. And I think you may have avoided, you may have given this person like the benefit of the doubt, or just avoided, you know, asking for the truth or whatever it is. But the universe wants you to be in that corridor, opening those doors and having a look. So it's going to let you, it's going to show you what you need to know. And from there, I think you can make a much more informed choice or decision about this person. Because at the moment, you're stuck in this Two of Swords energy of not knowing which way to go with it. And that's uncomfortable, but it's particularly uncomfortable for a Scorpio. Scorpios can take good news or bad news because Scorpio deals with the difficult things in life, like sex and death and, you know, what lies beneath and all of that stuff. But I think insincerity, or somebody, when you know that something is going on in the background and you can't put your finger on it, that just won't fly. You can't live like that. That will cause such like muscular and psychological tension in you that I just don't think that will be, it's not possible to just run it that way. It just isn't. Now I like that we have the two aces, because we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, and in the middle of them the Six of Swords, the getaway car. There is a movement in this reading. It's like, it's not sudden, it's not easy. It's a drifting movement away from what is difficult to what is much clearer. Like the universe is kind of just sending waves of knowledge your way, one layer after another, one door after another. Just for one or two of you, and I don't know where this is coming from, you've spent time in a hotel with this person, which may have had this kind of corridor, this sort of corridor, because it's reminding me of that. It's almost like it's showing me a hotel, which is quite strange. And then over here, the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Three of Pentacles is a card of being on the same page as somebody and cooperation, and the Four of Swords is peace. And you want to make peace that you and this person are on the same page. And that makes complete sense, because I think you literally don't know at the moment. And that's because they're hiding behind this cloak almost. In the extended reading, I'm going to look very much like behind the curtain. Very much. I want to know if we can dig out any of the secrets. I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to have a look at the Two of Cups. I'm going to investigate the Hermit. And yeah, very much, how is this person feeling? Where are they at? And where are they? And is there anything we need to know? Let's do some Romance Angel Oracle cards. Romance Angel Oracle cards. Yeah. This sums it up quite well, actually. Can never get over how accurate these cards are. Separation. I feel like this is already in the offing. And that's what you're questioning. Are you with me or are you not with me? You know, and for some of you, I feel that you're in a confusing space in between this, that you won't continue to be in as we go through 2022. But it isn't going to be instant. We have Mercury retrograde at the mid-month, about the 14th of January. And that makes things more confusing. But also, it's almost reductive Mercury retrograde, which is good for this situation because it goes back over things and throws up old things that you need to know. And in terms of the universe letting you know what you need to know, it does it in the strangest ways when Mercury's retrograde, which I quite like. You stumble upon things, emails get sent to you that weren't meant to, someone lets something slip, that kind of thing. Worth waiting for. Divine timing. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And as if we didn't already know, which we definitely do, chemistry. I can feel that as it is. But again, chemistry can be confusing. You know, obviously not in terms of what it represents, but it can make you feel, yeah, overwhelmed by it and make it difficult to be rational. Yeah, I'm going to have that one. Surrender and release. God, should we try and get that straight? Surrender and release is your oracle card, okay? There's a certain sense of surrender for you in this because there's a bit of letting go and letting the universe take over and show you what this is and who this person is and what their intentions are. And then we also get healing. I want a fifth one. This for you and harmony, they go together. This for you as well might be physical if there's been a lot of tension, you know, whichever healing works for you. People are very different, but it feels like there's been a lot of somatic body activity around this particular difficulty or not knowing, okay? Maybe teeth grinding, tension headaches, something like that. Playfulness. This is about literally recovering your sense of playfulness, because Scorpios can, especially when someone is being evasive, or if there is something you want to know, you can be quite serious about that. And that seriousness can sometimes spill over into, like, again, physical tension, which I keep getting. Playfulness is just about dancing in the kitchen, singing in the bathroom, whatever it is for you, you know, talking to friends, being frothy, you know, keeping your spirits up. And then we also get abundance. The universe wants you to know that there is abundance for you, okay, in case you're feeling a bit pinched by this situation, which I think some of you are. Cool, Scorpio, can't wait to do your extended. I'm going to go do your extended reading. We're going to peek behind the curtain and see what we need to see. The link's in the description box below. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.